Imagine standing in ancient Egypt, faced with a question that has puzzled humankind since the dawn of time. Could you be carrying new life? Without modern science or fancy tests, civilizations long before us found extraordinary and sometimes strange ways to answer this question. While today, it's as simple as using an HCG test strip, the journey to this point is filled with some truly mind-bending stories. Let's dive into history and discover the unusual, surprising, and even supernatural ways ancient cultures tried to determine pregnancy. Our journey begins over 3,500 years ago in ancient Egypt. The oldest record of a pregnancy test is found in ancient papyri, specifically the Carlsberg Papyrus and the Berlin Papyrus. Here, Egyptian healers devised an unusual method. A woman would urinate on two separate piles of grains, one of barley and one of wheat. According to these ancient texts, if neither pile sprouted, she was not pregnant. However, if the barley seeds grew, it indicated she was expecting a boy. If the wheat germinated, it meant a girl was on the way. This may sound bizarre, but in 1963, scientists put it to the test. They discovered that, surprisingly, the urine of pregnant women did indeed cause seeds to sprout about 70% of the time. However, the urine of non-pregnant women and men had no effect on the grains. Though far from foolproof, the Egyptians' method had some strange science behind it. Moving from Egypt to ancient Greece, things get a bit more peculiar. Greek physicians had their own take on pregnancy tests. One method involved inserting an onion into a woman's vagina overnight. In the morning, if her breath smelled like onions, it was believed she was not pregnant. The theory here? A non-pregnant woman's womb was unobstructed, allowing the scent to travel upwards through her body. But if she was pregnant, the womb was sealed, and the onion's scent couldn't pass through. If that sounds strange, consider this variation. Some healers would apply perfumed linen to the woman's genitals. Others relied on a honey and water concoction. Women were instructed to drink this mixture before bed, and if they experienced bloating or cramps during the night, pregnancy was suspected. The Greeks believed such discomfort signaled that a baby was growing inside her body. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and things take an even stranger turn. This era saw the rise of piss prophets, individuals who claimed they could diagnose pregnancy just by observing a woman's urine. This was part of a practice called uroscopy, where a healer examined the color and quality of urine to make a diagnosis. One urine test involved inserting a needle into a woman's urine. If the woman was pregnant, it was said the needle would turn red or black, an effect attributed to chemical reactions between the urine and the metal. Another method combined urine with wine. Because of how alcohol reacts with certain proteins in a pregnant woman's urine, this may actually have had some success. Medieval healers, therefore, unknowingly stumbled upon a technique that would hint at the truth. It wasn't until the early 20th century that modern science began cracking the code of pregnancy detection. Researchers discovered a hormone, human chorionic gonadotropin, or HCG, that indicated pregnancy. Scientists knew they were close to a breakthrough and conducted a rather peculiar test involving animals. In these early tests, a woman's urine was injected into immature female animals, usually a mouse, rat, or rabbit. If the woman was pregnant, her urine's HCG would trigger changes in the animal's ovaries. After waiting a short time, the animal would be dissected to see if its ovaries had reacted, signaling pregnancy. This process, although groundbreaking, was not very accurate, as the HCG level had to be high enough to show visible results. It was a significant advancement, but one still far from the convenience and precision we enjoy today. The real turning point came in the 1960s. Scientists refined their methods, finally developing a test that could detect HCG directly in a woman's urine. By the late 1970s, the first home pregnancy test kits were available in the United States. For the first time, women could determine if they were pregnant privately in their own homes without needing animal testing or piss prophets. Today's pregnancy tests work by detecting HCG within minutes, but they carry forward an ancient legacy of curiosity and human ingenuity. With every modern pregnancy test, there's a thread that stretches back thousands of years, from barley and wheat in Egypt to the medieval wine and needle tests. From onions to barley, needles to mice, the quest to confirm the beginning of life has inspired countless methods, some practical, others bordering on the mystical. But each one represents humanity's relentless drive to understand and prepare for the future. So the next time you see a pregnancy test kit on a store shelf, remember it's not just a modern invention. It's the culmination of ancient wisdom, strange experiments, and a journey that connects us to the people who came long before us.